And everyone, as y'all know, early Sunday morning, like midnight, the white man decided. Now, I mean this as in general, because Native Americans would never do this. Decided that if they cut 2 inches off the top of a blanket and sewed it to the bottom of the blanket, they would have 2 inches more of blanket. That's what changing the time does. They chop 2 inches off the time and put it on the bottom and think we have more time. There's only 24 hours in the day. Doesn't matter which end it's on, there's only 24 hours in the day. So every time the time changes, my internal body clock goes, what are you doing? Ergo, even less sleep than normal. I can't with people. Anyway, since I couldn't sleep, and or since I'm always thinking of new and creative ways to get my authors out there, I did two things. One of them was at 5:30 this morning, which my body thought was 6:30. The first thing I did is I took every author's book cover and made a 7-second short out of it. Right now I'm in the process of putting them all up on YouTube, and then they will all go up on the website. They're already up on our Midnight Publishing Facebook page. This middle of the night, last night, when I couldn't sleep, I thought if I can do that with their book covers, I can do that with their headshots. So this morning at 5:30, I took all of my authors' headshots that I have headshots for and created a 7-second short, which is up on our Midnight Publishing group page and will go up on our YouTube channel and the web page. That is on top of releasing books by our authors. This is a list of books that have been released or will be released soon or in the process of being published. First thing, Sharks Bite, Writers Write, The Sacredness of Every Day, Too Many Rules, The World's Best Grandfather, Delilah, The Curious Flamingo in Her Christmas Town, all go live tomorrow or today. All of the Kindles go live today. The books go live on the 6th. The Steep Steps by Mary Brotherton is now live. Open Heart and Safe Haven Prayers go live on the 6th. Gwen's Coloring Therapy. This is a coloring book created by Gwendolyn Law that we will be promoting with her book September's Chill. It is a domestic survivors coloring book. It's therapy. The pages give all different affirmations of why you're kind, beautiful, successful, why you survived. I highly recommend this little coloring book. It is great, great therapy. She also sent me Fractured Soul, which is a collection of poems that she started writing many, many years ago. It will be going live as soon as I get it up. She also sent me a Christmas coloring book, which will also go live as soon as I can get it up. If I Could Be a Mermaid by Mary Brotherton is now live in paperback and on Kindle. Let's see, what else have we got going on? So many things. So many things. On Saturday, I will be in Cocoa with Mary Brotherton. The information is on our Midnight Publishing website. I will also post it on my personal page. Mary will be having a live event, and I am going up there to support her. We are getting several new authors that I will be posting as soon as they get me their information. God just keeps blessing Midnight Publishing. He just keeps sending us authors and giving me tools to work with to get our authors out there. And you may say, Vaughn, what do you charge? Well, when you're one of my authors, I charge you nothing. Nothing. Because God just keeps blessing me. He just keeps handing me tools to get my authors known, to make sure they're seen and heard. If I Could Be a Giant by Mary Brotherton goes live on November the 6th. This little book, when we were putting it together, all of a sudden spoke to us in a way that Mary had never even thought of. And that is, we're going to use this as an anti-bullying campaign. Children sometimes are bullied, and they're bullied by their peers, they're bullied by adults, they're bullied by teachers, they're bullied by guidance counselors, they're bullied by even strangers for the way they look, the way they dress, the way they talk. And so this little book talks about if a child can be a giant, you wouldn't have to deal with all of that. I can't wait to see where this little book goes. Mary's little children's book, The World's Best Grandfather, has also life's lessons. It shows the different grandfathers and their names around the world. We put the grandfathers in native dress and their own culture. And the bottom line is the world's best grandfather belongs to me, belongs to you, belongs to whatever child is out there. This little book will make a great Christmas gift for a grandfather, no matter what country he lives in. Mary's little book, If I Could Be a Mermaid, talks about a little girl that dreams about being a mermaid, but she understands that if she becomes a mermaid, there's so much that she would be missing on the earth. The little book, Too Many Rules by Mary Brotherton, when we were putting that together, we figured out that it's really about stranger danger. And the reason that children have so many rules is ultimately to protect them from the dangers of this world, especially strangers. Then we have If I Could Be a Butterfly. It told from a child's point of view of, if I could be a butterfly, I could be all these different things, but I'd really rather be me because that's who I am. September's Chill by Gwendolyn Law is her story about her journey in domestic violence relationships, not one but two. And the coloring book, Gwen's Coloring Therapy, goes along with that. That book is in all 4 formats. And she said that she was so grateful we put it in Audible so that her son, who has a reading disability, was able to listen to the book. That just made my heart soar. Mary's little book, Sally's Heart, talks about the unselfish gift of organ donation and the future of the recipient of that donation. My Angel book, also by Mary Brotherton, and both of those books are out there now, shows children how we see angels in everything we see. Steep Steps, also by Mary Brotherton, is out there, and it is the story of one man's sexual addiction and what he finally recognized and overcame it. Andrea Dean Van Scoyo's book, The Everyday of Sacredness, How Celtic Christianity Still Survives in a World Lost in Modernization. It is going live on the 6th, I think. It's up for pre-order now on Kindle, and it talks about how Celtic Christianity is still surviving, though it is like underground, because we don't understand it. Welcome to Crowhaven Chapel by Andrea is also out there. It is geared to the goth community. It's also a spiritual inspiration. You know someone, or maybe you are goth, and you don't feel comfortable walking into a church building dressed all in black. I dress all in black all the time. And this book shows people that God doesn't look on the outside. God sees a man's heart. And if a man's heart is pure, it doesn't matter if he's dressed in rags, dressed in black, dressed in $3 million outfits. It's the heart that God sees, not the outward appearance. What else do I have going on? Carol Spiridweiss is doing another children's book. She is adding a character to Delilah's book. There's just so many things. I'm working on Duct Tape, Tarp, and a Shovel, which is the second book in the series of Murder in the Village. Also, stirring around in my head is the Fantasy Forest book that my mother many years ago wanted to write using her grandchildren as characters, and the book as animals in the forest. So this book will be dedicated to her. If you are not one of our little family and you would like a short, all I ask is a $10 donation to help defray the cost of the programs. I run 2 programs that I use to make graphics for books and the shorts. Contact me via email or contact me via messenger. I am so proud of all of my authors. Linda Ryan's book Secrets is out and doing well. Bonnie Clark's book Errol's Journey is absolutely blowing the roof off of sales. To say I am humbled that these women and all of my authors have allowed me to present the world their work as a God wink moment. Carol Belavance's book Open Hearts and Safe Haven Prayers goes live on November the 6th. It is available for pre-order on Kindle. So, until tomorrow, I've got to get back to work. Have the day you deserve.